morning, good afternoon. Hello to everyone on our social channels. Hello to everyone who has logged in here live with us on Zoom. I'm here with my friend Kaylee Wildauer. Kaylee runs the show with Fiesta Americana Travelty Collection and travels all around supporting agents. Of course, she's on a team with lots of people, but she's usually the one doing all the webinars with us. And I feel so lucky because she's a great presenter. How are you, Kaylee?
I am doing well now. Thank you so much. That's
Yeah,
very
no
kind.
pressure.
Always love the spoiled agent webinars. Anytime we get the notification that it's with you, you're such a great host, obviously, make everything flow. So always excited.
Well, thank you. Look at all the love that's coming in for Kaylee. And we always get to learn new things. So today we have a whole new angle and new exciting things coming up. What is this image here? Because I want to go to this beach like yesterday.
Yeah, so this is at one of our Cancun hotels, actually. And I always love this image because what this image reminds me of is when our clients always think of vacation, in their head, they have this idea of bright turquoise water. And this is actually at the Grand Fiesta Americana Coral Beach where you'll get that bright turquoise water. So it definitely holds up to the image and the idea that a lot of guests have in their head when it comes to a beach experience.
And that beautiful powdery white sand beach, I can speak from experience for you. It's just absolutely amazing. And the service. Okay, so I'm not going to take too long. I want you to get started and let us know where you're tuning in, everyone, where you're tuning in from, please. And only if you're on Facebook, please help us out and throw your email there so we can enter you in for a fantastic prize. I'll tell you what that is in just a moment. But remember, we have these reactions. Let's see if you know how to make those work. That is to share our love and appreciation and emotions with our amazing hostess. Look at, oh, it's working. You guys are the best. And if you have a question, let's put it in the Q&A because we want to make sure to record your questions and be able to properly follow up with you. We understand that your time is precious and we want to make sure you get that answer. And Kaylee's going to help out because she'll receive that full report, but make sure you put it in the Q&A. And of course, we'll read them out at the end of this quick session. If you need to run for any reason, don't forget that this is recorded if you want to review it again. And if you want to view the first part, not the agent perks, of course, but the first part, maybe you want to tell some clients about something and you want to review that, that'll be posted on the Fiesta Americana Travelty Collection page within Spoiled Agent and on our YouTube channel. So without further ado, I'll say, oh, what is our prize? Do you want me to say?
Go for it.
Go for it. And now do I remember? Yes, I do. It's exciting because I was like, I want to go there. I know this destination. So one lucky advisor, it's all inclusive, right, Kaylee?
Correct.
Gets
All
to
in.
pick someone they really like and enjoy an all-inclusive 3-night stay for two at the Fiesta Americana Nuevo Vallarta Resort and Spa, you guys. Let's see those reactions. Woo woo. Okay, all we need is for you to stay on until the end of the presentation and you'll qualify to win, and that winner will be announced next week. Okay, everyone's paying attention. I love it. We're ready to get started. You can take it away, Kaylee.
Awesome. Thank you all so much for joining the webinar today. I know, obviously, middle of the day, some of you have got lots of stuff to do, so I promise to keep it informational, keep it brief, and just answer any questions that you may have. If you're not familiar with me, I'm one of the business development managers for the Fiesta Americana Travelty Collection. I cover the Midwest, the Southeast, and the East Coast for the United States region. So today, I'm sure you know from signing up from the title that we're going to cover some new hotels. So it's been a very exciting summer for us at the Fiesta Americana Travelty Collection. We've got a new build as well as two takeovers that we just recently acquired. So a little brief overview. If you're not super familiar with our hotels, located all throughout Mexico and then Dominican Republic and Punta Cana as well. So we've got our family-friendly hotels. We've got our adults-only hotels. Most of our hotels are going to be all-inclusive. However, we do have some special EP hotels along the line as well. So you can kind of see this map all the way from the West Coast, from Cabo, going all the way over to Cancun, and then, of course, Punta Cana also. So today we're going to touch base on a couple of our new hotels. First up is the Fiesta Americana Funique. I know a lot of you might be confused. It was slated to open in October. However, they just recently announced that they're going to have to push back the opening date just to kind of be able to finalize some things. So definitely still working and just getting closer to the opening. However, it sounds like they're going to need a few more months just to be able to finalize all the details. So the new opening date is going to be January 31st of next year. If you're not familiar with this is a brand new concept for us. So the Funique, the idea behind it is we always joke around and say teens are the hardest group to please. So just having more offerings for teens and families alike. Location for this is in the Uvero Alto region of Punta Cana. So about 35 minutes away from the airport. And if you've been to Live Aqua Punta Cana, it's going to be right next door. So if you're at Live Aqua Punta Cana and you're looking at the ocean, it's going to be to the left of that. This is going to be just a couple of the renderings. Unfortunately, I don't have official photos just yet as they're still working on the structure and the buildings and things like that. So this is the first thing that your clients are going to see when they arrive on property. This is kind of the drive up area. And as we go throughout some of the slides here, you'll notice there's a lot of similarity in the structure to Live Aqua Punta Cana. That's actually going to be the same owner. So just carrying out some of that structure as well. This is a photo of the main building of the outside. And one of my personal favorites about this type of structure is that just the additional seating as well as the overhang. And we see this at Live Aqua Punta Cana quite a bit if they've got some nighttime entertainment set up, but unfortunately it starts to rain. Obviously, we can't predict the weather. That overhang protects everybody from the rain, so that way the entertainment can still go on. So kind of carrying the aspect over of making this a communal space throughout the day, but specifically at night as well, and providing just lots of different seating for the guest. This is going to be our main lobby. So it is a two-story main lobby. So when your clients arrive on property, when they walk in, this will be a couple of the first things that they'll see. So the main lobby also is going to be the home to several different restaurants, as well as the spa. We'll have a private check-in, private checkout area as well, and in addition, the gym. So the main lobby is going to be kind of a larger structure that'll host a lot of those different areas at the hotel, and then keeping with that theme of just having lots of seating. Moving over, so these are just going to be our standard rooms. So we've got our premium room. Once again, these are renderings, so the decor is subject to change, but this kind of gives you an idea of kind of the vibe and the style of the Funique. And then this is our master suite. So this hotel will have several different room category options, even down to rooms that will have bunk beds, something a little bit unique. I know the million-dollar question is the guaranteed connections. Right now, and obviously subject to change, right now they won't have any that are guaranteed connections. However, they will be upon request. There'll be several different room categories that will have the option to request the connection. And then moving over, we will have pool level rooms as well as garden views. So some of the rooms there will showcase the pool area. And then for those that are wanting more of a kind of a private area, the garden view will be an option as well. As far as just different experiences around property, we'll have 8 restaurants. We'll have our standard coffee shop that also has ice cream and dessert offerings, a pizzeria, the juice bar, and the cigar bar. So similar to all of our hotels in general, all different types of cuisine. So when you go to the restaurant, you can bet that it's going to be specialized towards that type of cuisine. So instead of cooking for the masses, we'll have a special steakhouse restaurant, a special Mexican, an Asian, an Italian. Of course, the buffet for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for people that kind of want a quicker experience, but definitely offering just all different sorts of different types of cuisine. Now, towards the beach area, we're going to have your standard Dominican restaurants, and then the Club de Playa is going to actually be an adults-only area bar, and then our buffet restaurant, and then, of course, the pizzeria. So the pizzeria will be out by the pool, make it a little bit convenient for lunch. And then our sports bar, very similar to our sports bar at Live Aqua Punta Cana. We're going to have this sports bar that's going to be offered until about 2 in the morning. So if you just want to hang out there, get some drinks, or even if you just want a late night bite to eat, they'll have some food offerings here as well. So your standard sports bar food, chicken wings and pizza and mozzarella sticks and things like that. You can kind of see in the photo here that we've got pool tables, we'll have darts, and then you can bet if there's a big sports game on, you'll be able to find that here as well. And then our juice bar. So this is going to obviously be family friendly area. It's going to offer all sorts of different fresh juices and smoothies. Once again, very convenient for those that just want something quick. If they want to got little kids and they just kind of want to grab a bite to eat and then get back in the pool, it'd be convenient for that. And then our cigar bar, which is going to be our adults only area. So the idea, even though this is a family friendly hotel, is to have some of those adults only offerings as well, because we are getting some inquiries for adults that want to be able to come and check out the Finny concept. Moving on, we'll have our theater show. So definitely a large area in regards to offerings. If you've got, let's say, leisure groups or even just a larger group that needs that private space, we can bring in a full wait staff here, bar staff, everything that you could possibly need. At night, this theater area is going to offer all sorts of different shows. Of course, you're familiar with the traditional Michael Jackson show, but they'll also do some different things in here as well. And our bowling alley, some of the room categories will have access to this bowling alley. And then there'll be an additional fee for those that don't have access with the room category. Reason why is obviously it's 4 lanes to be able to mitigate, not have just a long wait time. They will have a surcharge for this. However, some of the room categories will have this included. And then our arcade, more so for the teens. So for those that just want to get out of the sun, have something a little bit different, as I mentioned, and we joke around, teens are the hardest group to please. So definitely excited to be able to have this offering for that age group. And then our gym area. So if you've got clients that want to keep up with their strength training regimen or their cardio or what have you, this will have all different types of cardio based as well as weights. And then you can kind of see the sled pull here also. And then our water park. So the water park is going to be located across the street. However, I always say don't let that scare you. It's not a ton of traffic. We will have golf carts that go back and forth, but very easy walking distance from the main building of the hotel to the water park. So in addition to the hotel itself being a new build, the water park will also be a brand new build as well. And then similar to Live Aqua Punta Cana, if you've been there, you remember that structure in the middle that actually hosts one of our restaurants. They're going to have that same idea here as well. So the restaurant that kind of overlooks the pool area. And then our kids club, obviously, is just a rendering of it. So being able to have that offering for those kids that are a little bit younger as well. And then another thing that I don't have photos of is they're going to be adding in some multi-sports courts. So basketball, volleyball, things like that. So being able to just look past just pool activities and have some other things at the hotel is kind of the idea. And then moving on to our Fiesta Americana Nuevo Vallarta. So this one is not a new build. This hotel actually is a takeover. If you're familiar with the Wyndham Ultra Vallarta, that's what the hotel used to be. We just took over management of this summer. So this is going to be in the Nuevo Vallarta region of Puerto Vallarta. So it's about 18 minutes from the Puerto Vallarta airport. This is going to be a family-friendly hotel. So with this being the Fiesta Americana Nuevo Vallarta, kind of sticking with the standard traditional Mexican feel. So the palapas, the outdoor lobby, and that kind of vibe as well. Also located near some golf courses, as well as some other beaches, and then about 35 minutes from the Malecon. So kind of I would say on the smaller side of all-inclusive resorts, we're looking at 229 junior suite resorts. So as far as rooms go, we've got 171 junior suites that have king size beds, and then we're going to have 57 junior suites that have doubles, and then one presidential suite as well. So very kind of straightforward with the suites here. I had the opportunity to visit this hotel, and I will say there's definitely no shortage of space in the rooms. So the rooms are quite spacious, which is great as well. So as I mentioned, because this is a takeover, they're going to be working, and it is a process, they're going to be working on some changes, obviously, kind of curating and making more of a Fiesta Americana style hotel as well. So one of the offerings here is going to be the Fiesta Club area. So some of the room categories will have access on the 8th floor to the Fiesta Club, which is going to offer some different food as well as premium liquor. So they do switch out food presentations throughout the day here, and then have some different drink offerings as well as a concierge upstairs. And these photos here, as you can see in the bathroom and the room area, this is kind of what all the rooms look like. So it's our standard room across the board for the junior suites. As far as restaurants go, this is going to be our Chula Vista. So this is our buffet experience, open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. For breakfast, you can find all sorts of different types of Mexican cuisine here for breakfast, as well as your standard American dishes, and then proceeding on to lunch and dinner options as well. And then we have Rosado, which is our Italian restaurant. So if you've been to any of the other Fiesta Americanas, you'll notice lots of similar names to as the restaurant. So Fiesta Americana Condesa also has the Rosado Italian restaurants, as well as the Greek restaurant, and then our Asian restaurant, which actually is going to have an amazing view. So our Asian restaurant here at Fiesta Americana Nuevo Vallarta is going to have a great ocean view experience. Also a pretty large terrace. So once again, if you've got those leisure groups that need a little bit more space, the terrace is a perfect area to be able to host, whether it's a reception party or maybe just a social group party, welcome dinner as well. El Mexicano, which is open for dinner, and then San Telmo, which is our Argentinian restaurant as well. And then we've got our coffee corner. So all different types of coffee-based drinks. We've got ice cream in there as well as some different pastries. That's going to be open from the morning all the way till the nighttime. And then we also have our grill, which is located near the pools as well. And that's going to be open during lunch. So all different types of cuisine, ceviches and tacos. If you want to really get your Mexican food fix, this is the place to go. And then as far as the bars go, we have our standard lobby bar, which is open late. And then we have our pool bar area, and then our beach bar that is literally right on the beach as well. And a great view overlooking. And then they've got some fun little swings there. But if you want to get a drink and kind of get a little bit of shade, you can go over there and enjoy that during the day. This is an overview of our pools. So 3 swimming pools in total. 2 of them are going to be heated. I don't think this picture does it justice. I mean, these are very large pools. So as you can see, we have that main pool that's kind of in front of the main building there with the lobby, and then it kind of curves around going towards the ocean as well. So the very far pool that is closest to the ocean kind of has that infinity edge where you can overlook and you get that great ocean view. So definitely this picture does not do it justice in regards to just how big the pools are. So you definitely shouldn't have an issue when it comes to seating or being able to find a spot at the pool. We do have a spa here, so indoor experience, several different cabins for those that are wanting to have the full massage experience. And then we also have our gym here, which is going to be located next to our lobby. As far as entertainment goes, it definitely switches out. And this is something that's also going to be changing in regards to just making it a little bit more of the Fiesta Americana brand. They're going to have some more offerings for families. So cooking classes, of course, they've got yoga that they're currently offering. They'll have some beach activities. And then at night, all sorts of different entertainment. So the fire show that you can see in that picture there, they'll do some karaoke and just some different family focused entertainment nightly activities as well. And then moving on to our last hotel that is new to us. So our Devotion by Live Aqua. This is also a brand new concept for us, the Devotion concept. So the idea behind Devotion is to have a little bit more entertainment and just a little bit more activities around the hotel. It's going to be very big on celebrations and making memories. So the Devotion by Live Aqua is going to be located in Playa del Carmen area. So about 45 minutes from the airport, great location, just about a block or 2 from Fifth Avenue. So for those that want to be able to hang out and go to Fifth Avenue at night, it's going to be super convenient for that. We took over management of this August 1st. If you're familiar with the Grand Hyatt Playa del Carmen, it used to be the Grand Hyatt. So as I mentioned, we recently took that over August 1st. Super excited to be able to introduce this new concept. So it will be a live aqua in the sense of the aromatherapy and the relaxation, just that Zen type of vibe. However, just more of a little bit of a twist in regards to experiences and entertainment and themes. So definitely a new concept for us and for your clients that maybe love the live aqua concept, but sometimes they might mention that they want a little bit more entertainment or just a little bit more activities at the hotel. This will be definitely something to look out for. So 314 rooms in total here, and this is going to be an adult only. So similar to Live Aqua Cancun and Live Aqua Punta Cana, this is also going to be an adult only all-inclusive experience. So as far as rooms go here, we've got 314 rooms in total. 176 of those rooms are going to be garden views. We also are going to have the option of plunge pools as well as swim ups. And then similar to our aqua clubs at Live Aqua Cancun, Live Aqua Punta Cana, we'll also have a devotion club. So that'll be the similarity. So some of the room categories will have access to that club. That'll give you the private check-in, the private checkouts, and the concierge, and all that's included in that as well. So we will have the 24-hour room service that'll be offered here. So just kind of enhancing our tried and true Live Aqua brand. As far as dining goes, several different dining options. So of course, we'll have a steakhouse, we'll have our Japanese, our traditional cevicheria, our Mexican restaurant, Italian. We'll have the grill that's out by the pool, and of course, different bar options because we are an adult only. So the lobby bar, the sports bar, the pool bar, and then a beach club as well. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we're actually going to be adding on some additional dining as time goes on. And then we've got our spa here. And then lastly, our fitness. So offering your strength training as well as all your cardio equipment. And for those that are part of weddings, so this will be also part of our wedding program, this hotel. So ABC certified, we will have a wedding coordinator at this hotel. So that specific wedding coordinator, if you do have a bride that's interested in this hotel, they can work directly with the wedding coordinator that is only for this hotel, which is great. One wedding per day. So just like our other hotels, we're only going to do one wedding per day here. So it's going to be truly your bride's special day. And then this will also be part of our rewards program as well. So the weddings that you have or any of your groups, your leisure groups, similar to our other hotels, they will be part of the rewards program. So you can take advantage of the free nights and the cash incentive also. So another great place for those if you've got the leisure groups, you just need space. We do have additional breakout rooms and then a ballroom, which is 6,641 square feet. So if you do need that additional meeting space, we are able to offer that. So our rewards program, if you aren't familiar, we offer money and nights actually. So it's a very strong program, in my opinion. The biggest thing to remember is to just have your bookings registered before your clients travel. So we definitely say support whoever your preferred tour operator is. I'm sure a lot of you have your go-to tour operator. So definitely you'll find all of our hotels through your preferred tour operator. So once you make your booking with your tour operator, you'll come over to us and you'll go ahead and you'll register that booking in our portal. We love our tour operators, but unfortunately we don't get the information from them that you made that booking. How we get the information is we rely on this program and as well as reaching out to your BDM. So for our program, 3 to 5 nights that your clients stay, we give you $50 and one free night. If your client stays 6 nights or more, we give you $100 and a free night. So as long as your clients stay 3 nights with us at any of the hotels, you'll always get that cash incentive and the free night as well. I do know that we're running some bonuses and that'll switch, I think, in the fall as well. So some of the hotels, they're offering double the cash incentive actually. So if your clients are staying 6 nights, you'll actually get $200 for that. So and I believe that actually is going to be changing. So I'll keep everybody in update in regards to what hotels this fall will be part of that double cash program. And then for the free nights that you earn, you have 18 months from the time they're put into your portal to be able to redeem those. So let's say you book clients at the Devotion by Live Aqua, and maybe you don't have interest in going to Playa del Carmen, but you want to go to the Live Aqua Cancun, you can transfer those nights. So a Live Aqua to a Live Aqua or a Grand Fiesta Americana to a Live Aqua, those are going to be interchangeable. However, if you book the Fiesta Americana Nueva Vallarta and you want to stay at the Live Aqua, that will just require double free nights as it's a different tier. So definitely take advantage of your nights if you do have those. You'll have 18 months from the time that they're put in to be able to use those. I did just get word today, actually, that they've opened the allotment for 2026. So I believe up until August 2026. So if you do have some nights in your portal that you're hanging on to and you're wanting to use them the beginning of next year, you can now go into your portal and be able to request those as well. Now, in regards to the cash incentive, the standard is that you'll receive a direct check. So whatever physical address you put in the agent cash incentive program, you'll get a direct check to your mailbox. However, we offered the ACH payment now. So the ACH payment is offered. If you'd rather just have it go directly in your bank account, you can sign up for that. So either or, you now have the option in regards to the way that you want to receive the cash incentive, and then that free night will get applied. Now, the beautiful part is, let's say you make a booking today, even if they don't travel till December, you'll get your check within 45 days typically. So on the next cut, we don't wait till they travel to pay you out. You get it typically on the next cut, which is in 45 days of registering that booking. And that is all. I know it's a lot of information. I'll give it back to Sabrina. I imagine we probably have several different questions, so happy to answer. And one last thing I guess I should touch base on is I always say we're a small but mighty team. So as I mentioned, I cover the Midwest, Southeast, and East Coast region. I've got Dylan and Evelyn St. Germain on the West Coast. So they cover the West Coast region if you fall under that area. And then we have Mauricio Mancata, who's going to be in Texas covering the South. And then we have Laura and Claudia, who is going to be our team in Canada as well. So all of us are more than happy to work with you if you have any questions or you're just trying to qualify a client, definitely reach out to us and we're more than happy to connect and be able to provide that information. And I will pass it back to you.
Amazing. Yes, thank you so much. What a wonderful presentation. Yes, it's a lot of info, but everything is fantastic. And yeah, I can't believe you have that double cash. So we actually have that information for you on Spoiled Agent if you're just curious and want to know. So right now there's the double the rewards for Devotion, Playa del Carmen, Fiesta Americana Nuevo Vallarta, and Fanique Punta Cana. So that is double cash until September 30th. That's pretty amazing. And I saw some great comments come in on the chat about agents already receiving their bonuses. We always hear such great things, and that's why you're such a great partner for spoiling. So I'm going to go ahead and read through some of the Q&A. Now, if you agents have to run because you're going to get busy booking this Fiesta Americana Travelty Collection properties, that's okay, not to worry. We will be just reading through the Q&A, and don't worry about qualifying for the prize if you've been on till now. You're already in for the draw, and we'll announce the winner next week. So first question up, I have, do you think they will be ready to handle a small 30 to 50 person wedding for May 2026? Hi, Elise. That's actually was beginning of the webinar. So that's probably in regards to the first properties you were mentioning.
Tiffany, she
Yes.
said May. I feel
May
pretty confident.
2026. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so there's actually, I believe, a large group that's headed there at the beginning of the opening of the property. So they definitely are going to be ready and set up for that. And I know, actually, speaking on weddings, we've got several wedding inquiries. So there'll be several weddings even before May, which is going to be great. And another strong suit, I believe, is that it's going to be the same management team as Live Aqua Punta Cana. So I believe a little bit as
Wow.
transfer for that. So it's Naira. If you've met with her, she's our wedding coordinator for Live Aqua Punta Cana. She's also going to be managing the weddings at Fanique. So a little bit of an easier transition in regards to just learning kind of the Fiesta Americana way, but also just kind of a smoother transition as well. So yeah, I believe you'll have several weddings under their belt at Fanique before your May wedding.
Oh, that's fantastic. And since we're on Fanique, can we ask, will the food be as good as Live Aqua Cancun? I was there last week and holy yum, Tony says.
So that's definitely a strong suit. And one of the things they actually did when they opened Live Aqua Punta Cana is they took the staff at Live Aqua Cancun and brought them over to train them. That is one of our biggest pieces of feedback that we receive is the food quality. So we are Mexican owned and operated through and through, and that's something we take very serious is the food quality. So we are very much hoping that we're able to provide that culinary experience at Fanique as well.
Great. And are there separate adult pool areas? Are there exchange privileges for adults to go to Live Aqua?
So right now, there are no exchange privileges. Once again, this could be subject to change. They are discussing possibly having an adults only pool area, but there's nothing been confirmed at this time.
Okay. And then is the new property able to be booked yet for spring 2026?
So it is able, it's open. So it's open through all the major tour operators, ALG, VE, whoever your preferred is, you'll see it on there and it is open for the spring of 2026.
Okay. And another question, will there be personal trainers on the Fanique property for the gym?
I believe there'll be a personal trainer. Not sure about their hours. I don't know if that's something that they'll be. I believe they have specific hours, kind of similar to Live Aqua Punta Cana, that they're staffed, but they will have an offering, but I believe it'll be certain hours throughout the day.
Okay, and someone asked me about accessibility in a beach, I believe. I just wanted to know which destination or hotel you're referring to because your questions might have come in at the right time for that property, but now we're at the end. Just if you don't mind saying which property that's for, that would help me out, and I'll read it out with lots of pleasure. Could you repeat if the Fanique is family friendly or not?
Yes, so the Fiesta Americana Finique is family friendly. So in Punta Cana, we'll have the two hotels. We'll have Fiesta Americana Finique, which is going to be our family friendly, and then next door is the Live Aqua Punta Cana, which is adult only.
Okay, that makes sense. And does Fiesta Americana Travelty offer any marketing materials for agents to use to promote to clients?
So we do have a travel agent tab that we also can get sent over. And I think it might be also on the spoiled agent page. And that gives you a little
Yes.
bit of further training, but also some images and things like that if you wanted to use those.
Okay, I'm going to share that in the chat in just a moment. Can we talk about if there are heated pools in the Vallarta area?
So yeah, so two of the pools are going to be heated at Fiesta Americana and Nueva Vallarta.
Okay, you're so fast. I didn't finish typing. That's okay. Um, are there any potential accessibility issues that I can make my clients aware of ahead of time? This might be in regards to Vallarta because it came after the pool question, but um, maybe we'll need to ask you if you don't mind repeating that question, Gail, to let us know which property you're referring to, unless there's something you want to note about that, Kaylee.
Yeah, so I would say accessibility, they shouldn't have too big of an issue for that property for Fiesta Americana and Nueva Vallarta. Like I said, you've got it kind of got your standard main building as the hotel's only 229 rooms, which is fairly easy to navigate. We've got elevators, of course, and then going out to the pool area, there is a ramp that kind of goes through that. And then if they're mentioning our Punta Cana hotels, Fanique will be similar structure to Live Aqua, where most of the stuff is located in the main building. Of course, we've got the elevator, and then going out to the rooms, everything's going to be flat. So they really shouldn't have too much of an issue.
Okay. And how is the beach at Devotion?
Yeah, so I personally haven't had the opportunity. I'll see it on Monday, so I can give you
Wow.
a super live update on Monday. But there is a beach that's there, a true beach that you can lay out on and enjoy the area. I know sometimes in Playa del Carmen, it's not super common where a lot of guests will go to a beach club, but we do have a true beach offering at Devotion.
Okay. And can you clarify the Devotion takeover? I know it was a Hilton and then Hyatt. Looks like Hyatt still owns it.
So it was a Grand Hyatt hotel. And then we took over management of it August 1st. So now it falls under the Posadas collection in regards to managing. So we don't own this hotel, we manage this hotel.
Makes sense. And 2 nights at Grand Fiesta Americana Coral Beach equals one live aqua, correct?
No, so it's grand. If it's a Grand Fiesta Americana, that's an even exchange to a Live Aqua. If it's a Fiesta Americana, that's what would require double free nights. So the Fiesta Americana tier versus the Grand Fiesta Americana, the Grand Fiesta Americanas are going to be a bit of a higher tier. So those are going to have an even exchange with Live Aqua. The Fiesta Americanas is what's going to be more your traditional Mexico, that would require two free nights.
Okay. And is there an agent or media portal to find wedding or resort info?
Yeah, so what we can do is if there's a specific hotel that you're looking at, you're thinking a bride might be interested, we can connect you directly to the hotel, the wedding coordinator for that. And so from there, they can work with you, they can provide all the information.
Wonderful. Okay. And there's lots. So if you go to Fiesta Americana on Spoiled Agent, you're going to find the links to everything. But by all means, their portal and rewards program is just absolutely amazing. I'm going to include that link once again because there's so much information there. I've just put it once again in the chat. Jordan says, Yay, so excited to take my husband to a surprise getaway with my free nights. Yes, we all love surprise getaways. You could take any of us, Jordan, just saying. Okay, is there an agent? Okay, is transportation included or as an agent, do we arrange that separately?
So that would be something that's arranged separately. We don't have standard DMCs at all of our hotels. So yeah, that would be something that you would arrange separately.
Okay. And if you want to use your free nights at a different property, how do you do that? Is that just through the platform?
Yeah, so you just go through the platform. It's a super simple process. Let's say if you've got nights for Live Aqua Cancun, you just go in, you redeem them as normal, but then in the comment box, you'll write wanting to redeem them for X hotel. So whatever hotel you're wanting to redeem it for, you'll just write that in the comment box.
Okay. And do your destination wedding packages vary from brand to brand or resort to resort? Do they all have a comp wedding with specific rooms booked?
So they all kind of vary. The packages are similar. We have packages across the board, but in regards to offerings and things like that, they definitely vary by hotel. So I would definitely suggest who reaching out to whoever your BDM is, and they'll connect you directly to that hotel, to the wedding coordinator, so they can provide more information in regards to specific to that hotel.
Okay, fantastic. And we do have a beautiful guide on Spoiled Agent, and I'm happy to just throw that into the chat for all of you right now. That is the 2025-2026 wedding brochure that's hot off the press. So there it comes for you. Anyone who'd like, you can save that right in the chat. And the accessibility question was, thank you, Gail, for the takeover Fiesta Americana in Nuevo Vallarta.
Okay, yeah. As I mentioned, very fairly easy to navigate in regards to the main area. There's not too much in regards to like one of the hotels that I would say has a little bit of a you might have a harder time with somebody who needs a little bit more flat ground would be a Cabo hotel. That one's going to because it's kind of hilly in areas. But in regards to our Puerto Vallarta hotels, our Cancun hotels, our Punta Cana hotels, they're fairly easy to navigate. Whether it's someone who has mobility issues or just kind of needs more of that flat ground, a lot of hotels, and we're not huge hotels, we're not mega hotels. So just speaking on that regard, like Live Aqua King has 371 rooms, Devotion 314 rooms. So being able to navigate around the hotels shouldn't really be too much of an issue. We also have golf carts at a lot of the hotels as well, but just more easy to navigate in regards to getting to some of the dining as well as the pool areas. And yeah, if you've got a client who has a specific need, mobility wise, definitely send us an email. That way we can kind of just give you the full layout in regards to what the hotel looks like to make sure that we're able to accommodate them and it would be a great experience for them.
Okay, and thank you for your great question, Elise. I had not shared Kaylee's information yet. So here's Kaylee's information, and then you can find out all of the information for all the BDMs on the US team right on the Spoiled Agent page. Kaylee is the best. I agree.
Thank you.
That's comments coming in. Would you say Nuevo Vallarta is better than Puerto Vallarta? That's the first question. There's three questions in the one, so I'll wait.
Okay, no, you're good. That's a hard one. That's definitely a hard one. What I will
Yes.
say is because Fiesta Americana Puerto Vallarta we've had for ages, and it definitely carries that true Mexico traditional feel. That hotel is just there's something to be said about that hotel. And I think that's one of the places your clients can go and they say, oh, I feel like I'm in Mexico. I think because the Fiesta Americana Nueva Vallarta is newer and we're still kind of working on changing that and changing some things to make sure it falls under the umbrella and it's reflected. The Fiesta Americana vibe is reflected through that. I would say right now, if you want that true feel, definitely the Fiesta Americana Puerto Vallarta will give you that. But I believe over time, as we continue to make some changes and work on some things at Nueva Vallarta, that'll definitely get up to speed, and we'll be able to say that they're very similar.
Okay. You know what? And I don't know if I said the beach. That was actually in the question. How do the beaches compare? That's a good question
Oh,
too.
that's a good question. So honestly, both of the hotels, you get a good stretch of beach, a great stretch of beach, lots of seating, different options for that. One thing that I should mention, I guess, is at Fiesta Americana Puerto Vallarta. We do have an adult only pool for those that are part of the Fiesta Club. So if you do have adult only clients that are wanting to go to one of the hotels, I would say recommend the Fiesta Americana Puerto Vallarta. Once again, in the Fiesta Club, they'll have access to our Sony Pool Club, which is our rooftop. There's an infinity pool up there. There's wait service up there as well. And then we do have an adult only kind of like bar area at night. So if you've got adult only clients, I would recommend the Fiesta Americana Puerto Vallarta over the Fiesta Americana and Nueva Vallarta right now.
Okay, fantastic. And how about do either of those have splash pads?
So we currently don't have splash pads at either. That's a great idea. But we at Fiesta Americana and Wave Red, I know they're still working on some changes. I don't know if that'll be part of it, but we don't have splash pads at either of those for kids.
Okay. And zero entry pools at either Fanique or Nuevo Vallarta?
So Fanique, that they're working on that. I can't confirm if they're going to do that or not. They haven't given a full confirmation, but I believe they are looking at some different concepts for the pools there. So definitely check back with us. And as obviously time goes on, we'll get more information in regards to the rooms and the pools as well. I can't confirm that, so hold tight just yet. Hopefully, we'll get more information.
Okay. And I know you talked about a multi-sport platform area, but do you think they'll be adding a pickleball court to any of the properties? I'm starting to do pickleball courts, groups. Sorry, Melinda, I need another coffee.
So I knew that was coming. I knew that that's like the hot thing, right? The pickleball. That is, we definitely given that idea in regards to just pickleball and how it's growing. I understand that's a big need for a lot of you. A lot of your clients like to take groups and do things like that. That's another area that they have not confirmed with us. So hopefully, as we get more information, hopefully we'll be able to see a pickleball court there. But I don't believe that they've confirmed that yet.
Okay. Now, if we're doing destination wedding expositions and shows, do you have flyers or material that we can request so we can promote and showcase your properties? Pamela asks.
So that would be another thing. Reach out to your BDM and they can see if they can get in contact with our home office who stores all of the collateral and things like that. And if they've got some in storage and they're able to send it, they'd be happy to send it.
Okay, no problem. And the wedding info, someone's asking for that to be emailed. Is there like a specific email address
So yeah,
for weddings?
so what we can do is I can send a standard our standard wedding flyer that we can kind of give you an idea in regards to some inclusions, and then as well as I believe we have a wedding PDF of some of the packages to give you a
Mm,
better idea. And then once again, if you've got further questions about any of the hotels, we'll connect you directly to the wedding coordinator for that hotel, and she can send you all the information that you could want that pertains to that specific hotel.
you know what? I want to spoil you, agents. So how about this? I right here have all the wedding resources on one page. Your venues, your planning, your packages, all of it. I have a whole wedding site for agents to access that I just remembered. I just got that from the amazing Laura. So I'm going to add that into the chat here for everyone. So then nobody has to wait. You can get it live right now. How's that?
Sabrina is the best. You're the best.
Oh, thanks. Can we do a split stay with our free nights? For example, one night at Coral Beach and my other nights at Live Aqua.
So what you do is you'll just request them separately in the portal. So you'll just go in, you request your date for Coral Beach, and then you'll just make a second request for your date at Live Aqua as well.
And forgive me if I'm going quick in the chat and not writing the full name, but I'm just trying to get that over to you. When is Fanique going to be open to sell in Travel Impressions? Sorry if I didn't spell it correctly. Oh, don't worry, Melody.
Great question. I know right now that you'll find it in Vax so VE is another one that's carrying it right now. I believe Delta's carrying it as well, and United. They, as I mentioned, because they did have a delay in regards to opening, it's now blacked out. So if you try to go in and you try to book it today, you won't see availability where you used to be able to see availability. You won't see availability for the rest of the year. However, you'll be able to see availability January 31st onward. So if you've got clients that are looking to go February, March, April, whatever spring break onward, you'll be able to find availability through most of the tour operators. It's just that I know a lot of advisors were confused as to why they can't see it now because of the delay of the hotel. They went ahead and blocked it out so that way you don't have to worry about moving clients and things like that.
Okay. And will the takeover hotels still earn us rewards?
So yeah, so the takeover hotels are going to be they're going to operate the exact same way as any of our other hotels would. So they'll be applicable for the rewards program. I know right now they're still working on getting devotion loaded. As that literally just came about. So just a kind of a process in regards to getting that up and running. But all of the hotels will be part of the rewards program. So you'll earn money, you'll earn nights for all of the new hotels.
Okay, and just clarify for the wedding materials, you said they could reach out to the BDM who would get in touch with the head office and could send out physical paper brochure material if there's anything available?
So we don't have wedding specific. We what we do have is we have brochures kind of that encompass the whole hotel.
Okay,
However, the wedding coordinators at each hotel could probably pass along something specific, like a PDF version of it.
okay,
Um, that we can try to work with them on that.
okay, sounds good. So they'd reach out to the BDM.
Yeah, definitely reach out to
Okay,
your BDM and they can jump in and see if they can assist.
okay, perfect. Okay, I've got it. And Pamela, I see your questions here, and those will go also to Kaylee. How can we get the brochure? I think that's again, so there is the image gallery. Images, videos, and brochures. I can see that all of that here on
Yeah,
Spoiled Agent.
even if you
Mhm.
want fact sheets, as I say, you can get them on Spoiled Agent. So if you just want a standard fact sheet to be able to send to your clients, or even for you, just to kind of have an overview of the hotel, we have that offering. And then also, I know on Spoiled Agent on there is our travel agent program. So that gives you a little bit more in-depth information about each hotel as well. So if you're wanting to kind of do more of a deep dive, you'll be able to find that in the resources.
Okay. Someone says, what website do we go to? So I will share that website. There's so many, right? But of course, the Fiesta Americana Travelty Rewards, that's going to have the fact sheets and brochures as they walk around. This has everything, right? Kaylee?
So what you see on the screen here is the agentscashincentive.com. So that's going to be solely our rewards program. That's going to be where you go register your booking. Also, we have on fiestaamericanatravelsy.com/travel agents. That's going to be more information than you could essentially dream of. It'll be your fact sheets, your expert program, information for TA rates, pretty much everything that you might be interested as an advisor to kind of enhance your knowledge on the brand. You'll be able to find that.
And sorry, say that last one more time. I just want to make sure I can find the link to
Yeah, so
share.
it'll be Fiesta Americana Travelty Collection.com. Also,
Okay.
fiestaamericanatravelsy.com/travel
Got it.
agents. There's
Got
a
it.
tab there that you'll see.
Okay. So here you go. So, and I'll add that to the chat as well. Okay. Thank you. And Pamela says sharing for the weddings, sharing choices with them in the resorts would be great. Okay, there you go. And here is that basically I'm going to say like sort of your agent portal, if you will. Where they're going to find everything that more than they could dream of. That's right. We want you to
Correct.
know where to go. If you get stuck and you're like, what was it? Come to Spoiled Agent, then we have the links, but we want to get you to there because that is the absolute most up-to-date and most robust and amazing, well done tools for you, agent community, of course. And Jordan says this has been the most helpful webinar. Jordan, you've been the kindest commenter.
Thank
Thank you
you, Jordan.
so
That's so
much.
nice. Thank you.
Yes. And we really appreciate all of you tuning in. We kept it nice and quick, even though we had quite a long Q&A session. We do appreciate all of you for staying on with us. I want to again just send major kudos out to Kaylee. You did such a great job presenting, and thank you for having such wonderful properties and great rewards and so much to support these agents. We're so happy to have you as our partners, of course. Do you have any last words?
Yeah, no, just thank you so much for attending the webinar. I know it's a lot of information in regards to the takeovers, the new build, and we're all kind of learning together, honestly, as we've opened some of these hotels and as the hotel's going to be opening. And thanks for being patient with us. I know obviously information is subject to change, but we promise to keep you updated as time kind of passes and we just learn more information about the hotels. We're super appreciative. Just the excitement. There's been a lot of excitement from the advisor community in regards to the new hotels. So Devotion and Fanique and Nueva Vallarta, just lots of inquiries and things like that. So we thank you. We know there's a lot of brands out there, but we are more than happy to assist, try to answer every question that you could possibly ever have. You can always contact your BDM and we'll make time for you and make sure that you feel comfortable with every single hotel that you're providing to your clients as well. So thank you so much. And of course, anybody that has follow-up questions, just feel free to send them my way. And thank you to Sabrina for always just being the loveliest host here. We love
Oh,
the Spoiled Agent webinars. So it's always a good time with you. So I
thank
appreciate it.
you. So much love for Kaylee, everyone, and you guys for attending. We hope to see you really soon on another webinar, and we wish you a beautiful rest of your day. Bye for now.